Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. Playing Warcraft 3 Reforged, Hard Difficulty, Sentinels Campaign, Chapter 7, The Ruins of Dalaran. That's a mouthful. Later that evening at the Night Elves' base camp, Malfurion returns to warn Maiev and Tyrande of his brother's dangerous sorcery. This is a timed map, so we're going to try to knock out as much as we can around the map while we build up an army to try to just one-shot our way through the enemy base.
Maiev, we've got to move quickly. Illidan is weaving a spell that is splitting apart the roof of the world. We must... Wait. Where is Tyrande?
I'm sorry, Shondo, but the priestess has fallen. We aided a band of Alliance warriors against the undead. The priestess fought valiantly, but I saw her torn apart with my own eyes.
Torn apart? Tyrande, my heart. I should have been there.
You can still avenge her, Shondo. Let us attack Illidan together. He is the reason we even came to this forsaken place. He is the reason for your loss. Shondo, this is Prince Kael'thas, the ally I spoke of.
Greetings, Great Druid. My scouts have confirmed that this Illidan and his vile snakes are based at the ruined city of Dalaran. They are using a gem-like artifact to perform some strange ritual.
They must be using the Eye of Sargeras. But why would they strike at the roof of the world?
It doesn't matter. They won't live long enough to finish their spell. Illidan must be stopped once and for all.
Okay, so let's send Maiev up to the upper right away.
Something,
and then all of these guys, I'm going to run over to clear out an early gold mine. And Maiev...
The hunt awaits.
Something is
okay,
amiss.
her items are fine. We're going to get another Robe of the Magi as well here. And then let's just get just a ton of wisps on lumber. We're going to need them. We're definitely going to need them, and we can start some upgrades as well.
Will be done.
So let's just avoid
I can wait
the
no
Naga
longer.
that are here as best we can.
The guilty will
The Naga
suffer.
have captured some human paladins. If we could free them, they might aid us against Illidan.
Okay, and then do this, and then give me some trees. Then I'm going to take a fairy dragon, and I'm going to run it up the side here to give me vision so that I can blink up here for later.
The hunt awaits.
Fan of knives! And I get, sure, you know what, go Avatar of Vengeance, because why not? We'll get some healing for her in a bit. Helm of Valor is fine, and then... Normally, this group drops a tome. Now, I could bring Malfurion up here to pick up the tomes. I just don't feel that that's necessary because... I mean, the thing is, we're not going to have Maiev next mission. But that's fine. Okay, you guys come over here, and then we'll help
Justice will be done.
Kael.
Research finished.
Oh, there's some more
For
barrels
justice.
down here.
We're wasting time here.
Okay,
The
nothing.
end
I thought there was
draws
normally a
near.
tome in there. Lesser healing is
Now
nice.
is
Let's
the time.
grab that.
We must
And then let's
hurry.
avoid this group. See, this is slight.
I
The
can
layout
wait
is
no longer.
mildly different here. Because I guess we're in
The
Dalaran.
end
What's over
draws
here?
near.
See, this is more kobolds. Is this normally this way?
The
I don't
guilty
actually
will
know.
suffer.
Okay, I don't want to
will
engage
finish
those
the
other
hunt.
Naga, so that's why I did it this way.
The end draws near. The hunt awaits.
Okay, my fairy dragon is in place to get Maiev up there.
Something is
Meanwhile,
amiss.
Malfurion's doing his thing, and then let's grab a Tree of Eternity, and then take this base.
We must hurry.
Again, so like,
can wait
it would
no
make more
longer.
sense to put that on Malfurion, but it's
The
just
hunt
not
awaits.
necessary. So here's what we're gonna do.
Now
We're
is
gonna
the time.
Our
blink in
allies'
here,
town
rescue
needs
this
help.
guy.
Our righteous might will always overcome the forces of darkness. We shall aid you against these unholy beasts.
Okay, break all of those, send the fairy dragon home.
We're wasting time here.
Why don't you just, Tranquility
Warriors
here.
have
Must
engaged
hurry.
the enemy.
Potion of Greater Healing
I
we'll
can wait
use.
no longer.
Rune of Mana. Another Robe of the
I will
Magi we can
finish
give to
the hunt.
Malfurion. So let's blink down here,
The
and then
end
just
draws
get the heck
near.
out of Dodge.
Now is the time.
Cool, and then
The
run back to
guilty
base,
will
and we're all
suffer.
good. So now we're just gonna
The land and
continue
I
to
are
defend
one.
ourselves, get upgrades, and we can do some item management.
Our sacred grove
Let's
is being
continue to get these
desecrated.
upgrades. The faster, the better. I'll worry about these items later. For now, let's just put them all on. What's his name? Okay, we're here.
Hold the Naga back for as long as we can. For Quel'Thalas.
Okay, Hippogriff training is fine.
I feel their spell ripping through the roof of the world. We must end this.
Okay, so not a lot of time here. This is basically you got one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. Are you gonna capture it or let it slip? You got to get it through that base. It's very challenging to bust through that base, though. So it's kind of like, again, you need to see your opportunity and go straight for it. We could destroy a base in the bottom left. I don't really see much of a point in doing
Now is
that.
the time.
Let's kill these trolls.
Research
the
in
hunt.
position.
Man of knives, give me a roar.
Research finished.
That's probably not. Those trees are. No, they're not stuck. I thought maybe they'd get stuck. Again, putting those tomes on Malfurion made sense, but at the end of the day, I just don't think is that important.
Senses.
Okay,
We must hurry.
break and then break.
For justice.
Research finished.
Break all of these. I thought there was another. Yeah, there is another tome down
We're
here.
wasting time
See, like,
here.
I'm gonna still put this on
Upgrade
Maev because it is agility. And now we're just gonna sit in our base. We're gonna defend Kale
Your building is complete.
and ourselves, I suppose. Get all of these basic upgrades. Druid of the Claw mastery training. That's all of our lumber. I'm just gonna get even more wisps because, again, if we want to get upgrades, we gotta
Your building is complete.
focus hard on
Research
getting these
finished.
upgrades out quickly.
Something.
Okay,
is
so
amiss.
Malfurion
The hunt awaits.
excuse me, Malfurion stay here,
The
and
end
then
draws
Maev
near.
come on down here, and then item-wise,
Justice will be done.
I don't think we're gonna get this guy's items later, so we should make sure we transfer
land
stuff to
and I
Malfurion. So take the claws,
What would you ask of me?
Justice will
and then
be
we're gonna
done.
give him Robe of the Magi,
Let me face the peril.
Research
and then
finished.
everything else on him is
Research
fine, I
finished.
think. Why don't we give the Pendant of Energy to Maev?
For my
We must
people.
hurry.
I
Okay,
am
this
not
is acceptable.
afraid.
And then Maev, come on down here. We only need really
Now
one.
is the time.
I think one hero to help here. So does he actually have a barracks this time? No, he doesn't. All right, so this is the same.
Your building is
We'll get the Avatar out as well. Shadow Strike their hero.
Will suffer.
Okay, Fan of Knives. This is looking good.
Our allies' town
And
needs
then you
help.
all rotate down, and then let's
Research
start getting... We're going to need lots of archers.
Research finished.
Basic, really just basic units.
Insufficient gold.
Okay, taunt here. Oh, he got devoured. Never mind. Give me a roar. Where's
wasting
Malfurion?
time.
Okay, he's here. He's fine. Okay, give me some trees.
Waiting
Okay,
on
so now we're getting the archers out. I'm getting all these upgrades again as soon as possible.
The land and I.
the hunt awaits.
Okay, and KO will probably come over here to help us eventually.
These lands.
Make it fast.
All right, we have a paladin here who can heal. Why don't you just use res? Wow, we barely lost anything. Oh, that looks cool.
We're wasting time here.
Something is amiss.
Okay, so obviously Illidan is
Justice
a
will be done.
challenge. He's going to be tough, but that's okay. Magroth,
Let me face the peril.
heal here.
Enlighten me.
Okay, and they're going to attack us from a variety of directions. Vorpal blades, and then we can
Goddess,
start
light
getting
my
glaive
path.
throwers. Continuing to just need lots and lots of... Yeah, you know, Avatar of Vengeance is good to just leave here. I think we can resummon it.
The land and I are
The
one.
hunt awaits.
Yeah, Maya, why don't you come and wait over here? I forget what I was saying, but basically this is going to be tough.
I am sworn to avenge.
Okay, and again, we're going to need lots and lots of archers ultimately, just because of the flippin' Quaddle.
At once.
The Quaddle will be a persistent problem. Just go bear form. We're just going to leave these guys in bear form.
Clear.
That's fine. And then if we want
Research finished.
mountain giants,
Create more moonwells.
never mind. Let's get these very expensive upgrades, and then we can start some moonwells separately. So It's saying that I have a lot of units, but it really doesn't seem like it. All right, fairy
Research
dragons, I
more
guess, are okay in general. They do piercing damage, which is, you know, certainly pretty good.
Speak your mind. Hi.
All right, so if we want air-to-air attacking here, I mean, I could make Chimera, which will take extra damage from the Quaddle as well. We just don't have a lot of great options. And in order to make the Chimera Roost, again, lumber is going to be that persistent problem.
Our allies' town needs help.
Okay.
Research finished.
And then just keep Fan of Knivesing here. And then we're going to, again, just leave the Avatar of Vengeance here to help us out. Or maybe we don't even need to do that.
Wasting time here.
Shadow Strike this clown. Fan of Knives. And yeah, as I've said, it's weird because, like, he doesn't have a barracks. He builds his barracks units out of his castle. I don't know why they did that on this map. It's just so strange.
For the Watchers. We're wasting time.
Wait, he's just standing there? He's just standing there.
I am not afraid.
Hey, oh, Magroth's in there. He's doing good. Heal the Mountain Giants. I don't care about the...
Is there trouble?
See?
Your building is complete.
The land and I are
This is, again, why we need so much anti-air. I could make Hippogriffs and/or Hippogriff Riders. I'm not really sure, you know, what would be better or worse in that situation.
We're wasting time here.
I think they killed my Avatar, actually. I'm gonna just...
Justice.
Well, you know what? We actually don't need lumber. We need gold now. Keep this up.
Ready.
Let's get one last Moonwell.
Research finished.
Then we're going to really start slamming out the units that we need. All right, we're getting some Hippogriffs. I'm going to get a lot of Archers. And then Glaive Throwers to follow up. And then let's just
on your mark.
Get these ladies on their birds. And again, the amount of gold and lumber needed for Chimera just doesn't really work out for the amount of stuff that you need in general on this map to push through the enemy base. So that's certainly a challenge. We can grab these trees. I'm going to get just like 4 or 5 Mountain Giants and then a lot of Archers, and then we're going to go.
At your call.
And then when we attack, we'll make sure that we use the Scroll of Animate Dead. I'm actually going to give the Spell Shield to Malfurion so that he can rejuve / Tranquility is the right word for that. Okay, these upgrades are looking pretty good.
Building is complete.
I'm going to grab Resistant Skin, and then I'm going to kill one more Mountain Giant. It's going to take a while to get that going. Getting another Ancient of Lore probably would be prudent so that we can rally up quickly. So let's do that. We have 3 Glaive Throwers. That's good. I think we're going to need just lots of Archers.
On your mark. Research finished.
I stand ready.
I mean, I could not even mount the Hippogriff Riders in order for them to kill the Quaddle a little bit faster. And then what we can do is make a bunch of extra Ancient Protectors to sit in our main base as well. Okay, so we're waiting for these upgrades.
I stand ready.
I mean, Dryads are okay as well. They're heavier on the lumber. Let's get another Mountain Giant queued up, and then Hotkey here. Ancient of Wind, what would I even make?
The hunt awaits.
Okay, you know the drill, Avatar Vengeance.
I stand ready.
Oh, I thought she was asleep, but she's not here. Shadow Strike this guy.
I can wait no longer.
Might as well use that spell because we've got it. Or be asleep, and I don't have any other units around. Well, I could use the Avatar to wake her up, I guess. Seems like Kale is fine, especially if we support him even just a little bit.
Our warriors
Justice will be done.
threatens these lands.
Okay, heal the bears. Use Taunt. And then we're just going to make sure that we Entangling Roots here. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack here pretty soon.
Our allies' town needs help.
As sleep
Research finished.
I'm really just I'm trying to keep him rooted. Okay, this is working pretty well. We can get some extra Archers, and we're going to be pretty much maxed out.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Waiting for these Mountain Giants. Oh, this wasn't done yet, so there we go. Change the queue. Okay, and then we're going to rally to Malfurion. We're going to bring Maiev over here. Is the Avatar still out? Yes, we're going to bring it all. Bringing it all.
threatens these
Grab a
lands.
tree, buddy. I have 3 Glaive Throwers. We're going to need more of those for
I
sure.
am not afraid.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
We're gonna start pushing into this base.
What would you ask
Be careful,
of me?
Hippogriff Riders.
Something is amiss.
And I'm actually gonna use Tranquility here just to keep everything topped up as we make our way through this base. And then Magroth, of course. And once we start actually pushing into the base, we gotta make sure we use this Scroll of Animate Dead.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, upgrade's still looking good, and I'm gonna throw down some action protectors up here. I have one Chimera. Let's move it up.
Research finished.
And we are basically maxed out, so we just have to start pushing through this base, and if it doesn't work, I'm not going to be afraid to just load a save. Okay.
Justice will be done.
So keep it up, keep moving, keep going.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And then Magroth, your job is to heal my more expensive units. Try to make sure that he gets up there and is doing what he needs to do. Illidan will probably be out again once we get up there. Magroth's going to get mana burn to all hell.
We're wasting time here.
That is a given. So I might as well use his abilities now. We're also going to want to probably draw out the enemy units as best we can.
The eye is fracturing the earth. The pain is excruciating.
Okay, there's really no trees, so we're just going to Tranquility here. Okay, we're going to bubble, and then we will use the scroll here momentarily. Roar. And this is where getting through this is like a major challenge.
Insufficient
We're wasting time here.
Give me the avatar out again. I'm going to animate dead.
research finished.
And these guys are all still alive. That's a big positive. So, like, if I can keep my ballista alive and bring more up to the front,
Our allies'
solid shape. Roar again. Okay, getting through that initial group of Quaddle is the worst part. So, in doing that, we're in so much better shape. Again, I'm trying to just focus down their production structures. I'm gonna assume Kale is just he's gonna have to be able to do this himself. He's gonna have to hold out. Man of Knives, and then Malfurion is here, but not here. There used to be trees down here where you could get, well, not anymore, unfortunately. Let's Tranquility again. Is Illidan in here? It doesn't seem like it. Okay, use your replenishment potion.
Make it fast.
Okay, we're just going to slowly but surely use our siege weaponry to get in there, and then auto repair, and then glaive throwers. We're just going to rally all the way straight up to the front. Use mana flare, I know, so we need fairy dragons in order to do that. We can clear this whole base out. Magroth, help me! Not enough mana. No! Okay, well, it's alright. There are no trees for me to grab here either. Heal the mountain giant, even though this lady is very close to death. Okay, and we're still in high upkeep, which is actually a good sign. You all, let's consolidate down here.
The hunt awaits.
Consolidate, and then once again, let's heal it up.
Justice will be done.
Okay. Good Tranquility doing your thing. Alright, there's so many defensive structures down here. We just need to take these all out and then go for the town hall. We've certainly done it. I just need lots of fairy dragons to start doing their thing on the summoners. This is definitely it can be a tricky mission, but I think we've got it. Just getting into this enemy base can be a real pain in the ass.
What would you ask?
In position. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Good job,
Our
Magroth.
allies' town needs help.
Okay, cool. So now we have to just wait for our mana, or for our fairy dragons to get up here.
Insufficient gold.
This Chimera's still alive too. Look at that. All right, cool. So the entire bottom of the base is totally cleaned up. Again, we just have to wait for these stupid little things. What we can continue to do is go for their production. We cleared this map out pretty darn well, I'd say. I wish they would have fixed how Kale worked. Like, why does he not have different production structures? Again, he builds straight out of the castle. It's just weird. It's just weird and inconsistent. Okay, so now we've got these things. What we need to do is get up here and attack
Our
these.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
And in theory, I can just... I don't know if there's anything here that can attack the fairy dragons when they're in mana form, so we just... Do these do I thought... Oh, Mana Flare doesn't make them... It doesn't make them immune. I thought it made them immune to physical damage. I'm not sure where It's because the enemy is immune to physical damage. Okay, whatever. Just get in here and right-click these structures, and then the Mana Flare will kill them eventually. You can also rush this with Chimera, but again, there's so much anti-air, plus you can get netted so quickly that it doesn't really work. Just keep going Mana Flare, and that was it. Okay, cool.
No, the spell is not done. It is not done.
It is over, brother. Your vile schemes end here.
Illidan Stormrage, for recklessly endangering countless lives and threatening the very balance of the world, I hereby sentence you to death.
Too much blood has been spilled on your account, Illidan. Even now, I can feel the lands of Northrend reeling from the spell you cast. Imprisonment will not be enough this time.
I will execute him myself.
Fools! Can you not see? The spell we channeled was meant to strike at the undead, our common enemy. My mission was to destroy the Lich King's stronghold of Icecrown.
And no heed to the cost! Because of you, Tyrande is dead!
What?
Your pardon, Lord Stormrage, but the priestess may still be alive. She was swept downriver, but it's premature to simply assume that—
Silence, Kale!
You told me she was torn apart. You lied to me.
The betrayer's capture was our primary concern, Shondo. I needed your help. I knew you would go to her, and we would lose our chance.
Just who is the betrayer now, woman? I must go to her immediately.
Believe me, brother. Despite all our differences, you know that I would never lead Tyrande to harm. Let me help you. My Naga can scour the river for us. Let me do this, at least.
Very well.
What? After all he's done, you would trust this traitor to—
Silence! I will deal with you later. Let's go, brother.
Neat. So we had a lot of extra time. What I meant by just rushing Chimera and not working is you can't just right-click straight onto the summoners with Chimera, I don't think. Just because, again, you can get ensnared, and also the Quaddle will just wipe out Chimera very quickly. You probably need a lot of Chimera in order to make that work and not lose them all. But making more Chimera as part of your attacking force would certainly be pretty fun. I always think that I have less time than I actually do on this mission, though. But we ended with plenty of time. Again, you can min-max a little bit and like put that +2 intelligence tome on Malfurion instead of Maiev, but it's like, I send Maiev up there to get this guy out of the jail, and then I use Divine Shield to cheese him back to base instead of having to kill all the Naga. So, in a way, it just doesn't, it's not that important. I did give him the extra robes. He's got some good claws of attack on as well. So overall, I think this went pretty well. It did feel like Illidan was less challenging to kill. So I don't know if anything's really been changed. It just seems like there were some very, very mild terrain layout details inside Dalaran. Like, there weren't trees for me to get to use Force of Nature on. That actually made a difference when attacking, like a noticeable difference. But attacking that Naga base is it's just such a mess. Like, to a certain extent, like, I just use Taunt on a Mountain Giant, pop Tranquility, and then just hope that we win, because it's very challenging to read the game, read what's happening in a battle like that. And it was hard enough in classic graphics, and it's harder now in Reforged. Like, sometimes I just feel like my eyes are crossing as I'm watching some very large-scale battles happening. I just cannot read what is happening. And that's partly my own problem for not being able to necessarily focus, and also having not built well, muscle memory is not the right word, but building the memories, the neural cortex it's not firing. All right, the neurons aren't firing properly to recognize what's happening, because I haven't played Reforged enough. But at the same time, I just think the graphics are not as readable, period. They just aren't, because all the units, a lot of them are just a lot smaller. They're better defined, again, when they're standalone and you're looking at it, you're like, oh, this is very nice looking, but in a large battle, it's just hard to tell. Whereas the more cartoony blocky graphics were a little easier to read, and even then, I found like a battle that would happen on this mission, for example, was hard to understand anyway. And then suddenly, oh, all the Quaddle are dead and you've won. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.